$500,000 in the South Hills. Same number, four completely different outcomes. I'm Krista Lorenzo with Coldwell Banker Realty, and I've been selling real estate in Pittsburgh since 1999. And I'm breaking down what that budget really buys for you in Mount Lebanon, Upper St. Clair, Peters Township, and Bethel Park, plus what it takes to win right now. Quick note before we dive in, I'm going to use the word median a lot today. All that means is the middle of the pack. Half the homes sold above that number and half the homes sold below that number. It's a much more accurate read on the market than using the average, which can often get skewed by one big mansion or one distressed sale. So let's start with Mount Lebanon. Straight from the multi-list, the median sold price in Mount Lebanon right now is $440,000, and those homes are going under contract in a median of just 8 days. Homes currently under contract have a median list price of $530,000. So at $500,000, you're right in the thick of the most active part of this market, and you need to be ready to move fast. Mount Lebanon School District carries an A+ rating on niche.com, and the high school ranks in the top 10 public high schools in the entire state of Pennsylvania. Mount Lebanon gives you a walkable, established community feel, a real downtown, top-rated schools, and one of the shortest commutes to the city of any of these South Hills suburbs. The trade-off is you're often buying an older home built decades ago, and even the updated ones may still need some work over time. Next up, Upper St. Clair. Straight from the multi-list, the median sold price here is $465,000. Closing in a median of just 7 days. Homes currently under contract have a median list price of $562,450. So at $500,000, you're right between where homes are closing and where the next wave is heading, which tells you this range is moving fast right now. Upper St. Clair School District holds an A rating on niche, and the high school ranks in the top 15 public high schools statewide. That reputation drives demand every single year. At $500,000 here, you may end up with a smaller or slightly older home compared to what that same budget gets you in Peters Township. You are paying a premium for the school district, and for a lot of buyers, it's worth it. Now, Peters Township. Straight from the multi-list, the median sold price in Peters is $577,500, closing in a median of 19 days. Homes under contract right now have a median list price of $691,528. So here's the twist. At $500,000 in Peters, you're actually below the median, not at it. This is where your budget stretches less than you'd think compared to Mount Lebanon or Upper St. Clair. Peters Township School District carries an A rating on niche and is currently ranked the #1 school district in Washington County. It also boasts the strongest proficiency scores of any district we're covering today. Peters gives you more space and often newer construction along with a top-ranked school district. The trade-off in Peters is a longer commute into downtown, typically 30 to 40 minutes. So this one really comes down to how often you're actually driving into town and adjusting your expectations if $500,000 is your ceiling here. Now, one thing to mention is if you are on the McMurray side of Peters, you are much closer to 79, so you can get into town that way. But if you are closer to the Benicia side of Peters, you're gonna have that longer commute time. And last, Bethel Park. Straight from the multi-list, The median sold price in Bethel Park is $316,500. Finding that buyer with a median of just 16 days, and homes under contract right now have a median list price of $374,000. That means that $500,000 here puts you well above the top of the typical market into the upper tier of what's available. You're looking at some of the largest, most updated homes that Bethel Park has to offer. Bethel Park School District carries an A- on niche, solid and well established, even if it sits a bit behind the other three on paper. Bethel Park is the best value play of these four: strong schools, established neighborhoods, and significantly more home for your dollar. The trade-off is less of that walkable downtown feel you get in Mount Lebanon, and obviously that little bit of a lower ranking. Here's what you want to understand about all four of these communities right now. Homes priced right in this range are regularly going under contract the very first weekends, often with multiple offers. This is not a scare tactic. This is just what we're seeing on the ground every single week. So if you're serious about buying in this range, here's what actually matters. Get a strong pre-approval letter. Learn about escalation clauses. Learn about the different inspections available and how you can make your offer stand out and still be competitive while having inspections. These are the strategies that win deals in a multiple offer situation, and they're exactly what I walk my clients through before we ever write an offer. If you're relocating to Pittsburgh or just making a move and you want to have a real conversation on which of these communities actually fits your life, not just your budget, let's set up a call. Let's figure out where you belong, because they all may be A-rated school districts, but they all have a completely different vibe, a completely different school system, and a completely different lifestyle. So let's find where you fit.